All right, y'all. First half action, Dallas doing what they do best to me. Piss me off. Nah, they not really pissing me off. But the slow starts. Let me turn the TV down. I'm going to head back over to Sportscaster for second half action. But clearly this team had to settle down. Their run keys were not good, and I think they underestimated how good Dalvin Cook was. You got to squeeze on tackles. You have to get there, and you got to fill. All right, that fullback is coming. This is what we teach. You know, this is what I teach my 8-year-olds. When that fullback's coming to block, you got to take him out. Okay, you got to sacrifice your body. You know, if you wait or play around or this, that, and the third, then you in trouble. Okay, because at that point, you're going to end up catching. And that's what I see from Leighton Vander Esch a little bit. First half action, I just see him catching. I saw Jalen Smith catch Dalvin a couple times with some good sticks, but I just haven't seen Leighton come down and really stick. Now, obviously, he's injured, so I will give him that pass. But if he's injured, let's get Joe Thomas in the game. I like the fact that Dallas is staying committed to the run. Even though the average isn't quite what they want it to be, because right now what Mike Zimmer's doing is he's basically, it's 8 down bottom and they're playing press and they're like, Zeke's not going to beat us. Well, Dak is having an amazing, amazing game. He really is. He's coming to the line. He's calling out the blitzes. He's calling out protections. All right, I mean, this is stuff that really the line's supposed to know. He's calling out, you got 54, he's going to come, you step down. I mean, that's high-level stuff. So Dak is really in his bag. Now, we just kind of need the team, you know, Cobb with the big catch, Gallup with the big catch. You're getting Cooper going. I think second half adjustment will be if they want to keep 8 down the box, continue to throw the ball. Okay, you can beat this team. This Cowboys team has different ways of winning football games. Another thing. The pass rush is really starting to scream, and I'm telling you, Kirk Cousins will throw you the football. Just stay patient. He's not under pressure, really, the guy that you think that he is. Okay, so stay patient. Kirk is going to throw you the football. All right, Cowboys fans, your boy Foots. Second half action coming up. We need to get this win. You really want to stay ahead of those stingy, dirty, ugly Eagles. All right, peace. All right, y'all. Cows lose. What can you say? Made it a game, just couldn't finish. And the whole time I'm watching, I'm trying to change the channel to the NFL Network or whatever. It was on NBC. The whole time I'm watching, it's always like one of those things, even when I'm coaching, when you can't stop the run consistently, you know, you're in trouble. It's the facts. You're in trouble. This team was good and made it a game, but you just couldn't finish the game because, you know, the drive after you score, you go up 1 was the drive where the game was lost. You know, it's funny, the Vikings took the ball out of Kirk Cousins' hands and you just couldn't beat him. I like the way that Dak played. I'm not mad at Zeke because he did see a lot of 8-man fronts, but you know, I kind of got it. If I have to blame somebody, I really want to blame Kellen Moore in the play calls and the designs. Just too cute. I get the read option looks and the whole 9, but, you know, out of gun. But I'm just tired of running the ball out of shotgun. First of all, it doesn't add the same eye candy in a play action game. Second of all, you know, the linemen, all right, now, you know, it's more of a zone run instead of a power downhill run, so it doesn't hit fast. And what happens is these D tackles or these D linemen, period, they have enough time to stand your guy up, read, stack, and shed, versus when you're run blocking, you're literally driving your guy off the ball. And I think that's you know, Zeke's a better runner when he's running that type of a scheme. Obviously, you know, he can run any type of scheme. He's that good of a player, but you know, I like what Minnesota did. They coming at you. It was nothing cute. Fullback, I formation, nothing cute. Minnesota, they were just an old school offense. It was nothing cute. And you saw, you know, all the resources that Dallas has put on into their defense and their linebacking core couldn't stop it. And it was, I mean, you just could not stop Dalvin Cook. You couldn't stop their second back. Zeke was the third best running back on the field today. The third best, not the second. He was the third best. So you lose a game to a good Minnesota team that I got to give respect. You know, I had my doubts about Kirk Cousins, but the game didn't really come down to Kirk Cousins. If you want to be honest, Minnesota took the ball out of Kirk Cousins' hands, so salute to them. They really just said, okay, you know, we're gonna go back, and salute to Mike Zimmer as well, because you know, after that score, they just pound and pound and pound away. So, you know, Dallas is 5-4. Lot of football left, but, you know, the question has to be answered. Is this team middle of the pack? Can Dallas compete with the upper echelon teams in the league? Right now, if you put a gun in my head and ask me, you know, can they? You know, that Patriots game, it's going to be tough to win that game. I mean, the Patriots are the standard. You can't make any mistakes, and you can't get out-coached. And I thought, you know, Mike Zimmer did a good job of just staying pat, even though his defense was getting shredded. I thought Dak played one of his best games of his career. But, you know, the defense just, his defense, you know, you picked on Mike Hughes and the whole nine, whoop, whoop. And see, the thing is, the Patriots you can beat the Patriots. It's a winnable game. But what scares me is the coaching. Bill Belichick is going to take away what you want to do, so he's going to probably copy Zimmer's game plan and take away Zeke, right? Because and they have the personnel to do it. Number one or number two defense in the league. Just so sound, so smart. So they're going to take away Zeke. And while Dak did throw for a lot of yards, that's why I always say you got to be careful of the yards thing. While Dak did throw for a lot of yards, we didn't win the game. Because I love Dak, and he played outstanding, but see, it's just one of those things that Mike Zimmer said, he's not good enough to beat me. And while I'll give play calling 80%, I also didn't like the fact that, you know, I wanted Dak to either check, or just that whole last drive just wasn't handled correctly. And it was really the runs, bro. It's the type of runs. Even go single back. Just don't go out of shotgun. It gives the defense nothing to think about when you do that read, especially because Dak didn't keep the ball at all the whole game. So Dallas drops a tough one. After the Giants win. So remaining schedule, guys. Patriots, Bears, Eagles, Lions, Bills, Rams, Skins. A gauntlet. So, you know, that Jets loss now is going to come back to haunt you. You got to win the East. Right now you're tied with Philly. You know, Philly has a much easier schedule than you. So, got to win the East. Lot of football left to be played. I'm not going to, you know, my tone tonight is not to blame a bunch of people and this, that, and the third. You just lost. You probably lost to a better team. Peace.
All right, guys, I want to talk about cableforcheap.com. Listen, I stand by this product. Point blank, period. This is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm telling you now, the split screen, the sporting events, the pay-per-view, the movies, I put it like this. I can't even get the words out because I'm that excited to tell you guys about Cable for Cheap. All you have to do is look at the link in my description, and it explains everything that you'll need to get signed up. The packages are outstanding, especially considering what you're going to pay for regular cable, all these other subscriptions. Nothing will have the amenities and the works and the split screen and everything that you need in one place. Cable for Cheap, live sports. If you love NFL, NBA, NHL, hockey, movies, anything you could think of, Cable for Cheap has it. You guys need to get it. Click the link in my description. Peace.